Hello everyone and welcome to a series on Indian Polity by M. Lakshmikant. इस सीरीज में हम इंडियन पॉलिटी बाय एम लक्ष्मीकांत बुक के हर चैप्टर को कम से कम टाइम में मोस्ट कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव वे में कवर कर रहे हैं. ऑलरेडी हमने चैप्टर 1, 2 और 3 पे वीडियोस बनाए हैं. आज हम करेंगे चैप्टर 4, दैट इज द प्रियम्बल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, एंड इफ यू हैवंट सीन दोज वीडियोस प्लीज गो बैक एंड सी दोज वीडियोस. बहुत ही छोटे वीडियोस हैं, ऑल आर लेस देन 15 मिनट्स, और इतने कम टाइम में आपको आई एम श्योर इट विल बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर यू. सो सबसे पहली चीज इस चैप्टर में वी शुड नो व्हाट इज अ प्रियम्बल, राइट? कि प्रियम्बल होता क्या है, राइट? सो प्रियम्बल, some have said that it is like an introduction or preface to the constitution. okay, so जैसे आप कोई भी किताब खोलते हो तो उसमें एक पेज होता है प्रीफेस. उस पेज में क्या बताया जाता है? उस पेज में बेसिकली बताया जाता है कि ये बुक किस चीज के बारे में. सो दैट्स इन सिमिलर वे प्रियम्बल भी हमें बताता है कि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन किस चीज के बारे में है, राइट? Next, some people say that preamble is a summary or essence of the constitution. So basically preamble में वो ही सारी चीजें summarize कर दी गई है जो हमारा constitution जिन चीजों के बारे में है, right? So preamble को देख के हमें एक आइडिया लग जाएगा कि हमारा constitution किस चीज के बारे में है, right? And one of the legal experts of our country, N.N. Palkiwala, have called it the identity card of the constitution. Okay, identity card of the constitution. And here you can see an image of the preamble of Constitution of India. Let's read it out and try to understand. Okay, first and foremost, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, so इससे आप क्या समझते हैं? पहली चीज देखिए, ये यहाँ देखिए कैपिटल में लिखा है वी द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया. इसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है? इसका बेसिकली सिग्निफिकेंस है दैट जो भी पावर है इंडियन स्टेट की, जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, उसकी जो लेजिटिमेसी और पावर है वो पीपल ऑफ इंडिया से आती है, राइट? इट इज द रिजॉल्व ऑफ द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया दैट गिव्स द लेजिटिमेसी टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, राइट? नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग, इट सेज दैट वी विल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट इंडिया इनटू, दैट हम इंडिया को एक सॉवरेन, सोशलिस्ट, सेक्युलर और डेमोक्रेटिक एंड रिपब्लिक नेशन स्टेट बना रहे हैं. ओके, सो बेसिकली ऑल दिस टेल्स कि हमारा स्टेट किस टाइप का है. हमारा स्टेट किस टाइप का है? हमारा स्टेट है सॉवरेन, सोशलिस्ट, सेक्युलर, डेमोक्रेटिक और रिपब्लिक. अगेन आगे हम देखेंगे इन टर्म्स का मीनिंग क्या है. नेक्स्ट इट सेज टू सिक्योर ऑल इट्स सिटीजन. तो जो सारे सिटीजन है इंडिया के, उनके लिए क्या सिक्योर करेगा हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? इट विल सिक्योर जस्टिस, right? And justice किस टाइप का? It will secure social justice, it will secure economic justice, it will secure political justice, it will secure liberty. किस चीज की liberty? Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. And it will secure equality. Equality of what? Equality of status, equality of opportunity. And then it also promotes among them all, among whom all? Among all the citizens of India. Promote among all the citizens of India fraternity, कि सब में भाईचारा प्रमोट करेगा. एंड इट विल ऑल्सो इंश्योर कि डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल, कि हर इंडिविजुअल सिटीजन की डिग्निटी विल बी प्रोटेक्टेड, एज वेल एज यूनिटी और इंटीग्रिटी जो नेशन की है दैट विल ऑल्सो बी प्रोटेक्टेड, राइट? एंड इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली दिस विच डे, व्हाट इज द डे? 26th November 1949 was the day when we adopted, enacted and gave ourselves this constitution. सो अगेन ये ब्रीफ में मैंने आपको एक ओवरव्यू दिया है. लेट्स सी ये जो सारे की टर्म्स हैं इनका मीनिंग क्या है. पहली चीज है नेचर ऑफ स्टेट. फर्स्ट थिंग इट टेल्स अस अबाउट नेचर ऑफ स्टेट इज दैट आवर स्टेट इज सॉवरेन, दैट इज इंडिया इज नाइदर डिपेंडेंसी नॉर अ डोमिनियन ऑफ एनी अदर नेशन बट एन इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट. सो यहाँ पर आप पूछेंगे कि इंडिया यूएन का मेंबर है, इंडिया WTO का मेंबर है, तो क्या इंडिया लाइक डज इट मेक इंडिया डिपेंडेंट ऑन देम? क्या ये इंडिया की सॉवरेनिटी को चेंज करता है? नो. इंडिया WTO का मेंबर अपनी मर्जी से बनाए. ओके, इंडिया के ऊपर किसी ने फोर्स नहीं किया. ऐसे इंडिया UN का मेंबर अपनी मर्जी से बनाए. ऐसे इंडिया कॉमनवेल्थ का मेंबर अपनी मर्जी से बनाए. ओके, नथिंग हैज फोर्स्ड दिस ज्वाइनिंग दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऑन इंडिया. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज सोशलिस्ट. ओके, सो सोशलिस्ट हियर मींस दैट दैट हमारा स्टेट ऐसा है, इट विल ट्राई टू अचीव अ सोशलिस्ट पैटर्न ऑफ सोसाइटी एंड इकोनॉमी. जो स्टेट है इट विल ट्राई टू अचीव सोशलिस्ट पैटर्न ऑफ सोसाइटी एंड इकोनॉमी. सो सोशलिस्ट पैटर्न ऑफ सोसाइटी और इकोनॉमी का मतलब क्या है? वेयर देयर इज equitable distribution of means of production and wealth. Okay, जहाँ equally distributed है wealth. Okay, and again this will be achieved through democratic means, not through communist means. Like दो तरीके के socialism है. One is the communist socialism. Okay, communistic socialism. Okay, as per communistic socialism, state सब कुछ ले लेगा अपने पास. Okay, state will take everything in its hand. Its state will nationalize everything and then state will distribute everything. But नहीं, हमारा ऐसा नहीं. We have, what we have is democratic. Okay, democratic socialism. Okay, democratic socialism. That means there is no nationalization. There will be existing both public and private sector, right? Public and private sector both will exist and aim to achieve a socialistic pattern of society where there would be no poverty, right? जहाँ poverty नहीं होगी, जहाँ inequality नहीं होगी. Okay, that is a socialistic pattern of society. So that's what socialism means. Secular, now secular, again India का जो secularism है, that is different from Western secularism. So Indian state is secular but not like a Western states. Okay, Western states में there is total separation between religion and state, but India has a positive concept of secularism, that is all the religions of in our country irrespective of their strength, यानी minority हो या majority हो, उनका सेम स्टेटस है और सपोर्ट है. देयर इज इक्वल रिस्पेक्ट एंड इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर ऑल रिलीजन्स in our country, right? Our state has equal respect and it will promote all religions equally. Okay, किसी रिलीजन के अगेंस्ट कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं होगा. साथ ही साथ हमारे स्टेट का कोई देयर इज नो स्टेट रिलीजन. ओके, next is democratic. Okay, now democratic means that state is based on doctrine of popular sovereignty. Okay, that means that people are the ultimate. Okay, people are the ultimate source of power. Okay, that supreme power is with the people, right? So that's what democratic means. Again यहाँ पर आपको ध्यान रखना चाहिए, we are a representative democracy. Okay, जहाँ people जो हैं वो अपने representative elect करते हैं and then they govern. Okay, and also you should remember that जब हम democratic state बोलते हैं और democratic society की बात करते हैं तो the aim is not only political democracy but along with political democracy there is also going to be social and economic democracy. ये तीनों achieve करनी है हमें. Okay, all these three things, that's what our constitution talks about, right? Next we see that our constitution declares that Indian state is republic. Indian state republic means that the head of a state will be indirectly elected and the political sovereignty is in the people. Okay, and there is absence of any privileged class. That means all the public offices are equally open to all people. Okay, there is absence of any privileged class, right? Next it talks about the objectives of state, and again one more thing you should see, these objectives of state are almost similar to the aspirations of the people of India. So जो इंडिया के लोगों की aspirations थी कि हमारा state, these are the things that we want. All these aspirations are the objectives of state that are mentioned in the preamble. Okay, now first and foremost objective is justice. Okay, again justice, there is three aspects to this. It calls for social justice, economic justice and political justice. Social justice means no discrimination based on social factors like caste or religion, okay, or sex or other such factors. Okay, so no discrimination based on social factors. All right, next is economic justice. Okay, no discrimination based on class, that is rich or poor के basis पे कोई discrimination नहीं होगा. And also economic justice means that there is a need to reduce the inequality, right? Everybody would have certain minimum economic status कि वो अपने आप को sustain कर सके. Okay, next is the political justice. That means सारे जो Indian citizens है सबके पास same political rights है. Okay, all have same political rights, that is same fundamental rights. All right, fundamental rights. Next is liberty. So again liberty means absence of restraints, that is there is no restraints on the citizens. Okay, citizens के ऊपर कोई undue restraint नहीं है. And also the opportunities for development of individual personalities. Okay, but also remember one thing, liberty is subject to रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शन. ओके, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपकी लिबर्टी किसी और की लिबर्टी पे इंक्रोच करे. ओके, सो योर लिबर्टी इज ओनली टू दैट एक्सटेंट दैट इट रिस्पेक्ट्स द लिबर्टी ऑफ द अदर सिटीजन्स ऑफ द कंट्री, राइट? इक्वालिटी, right? So again here I would like to highlight that there is no absolute liberty. Again liberty is subject to reasonable restriction. Equality of status, that is social status, economic status, and opportunity. Okay, again, that means opportunity means that everybody should have equal opportunity to progress, to develop in the society. There is absence of special privileges to any section of society, कि किसी एक section of society के लिए कोई special privileges नहीं होंगे. And also provision of adequate opportunities for all individuals without discrimination. Okay, तो बिना discrimination के हर individual को proper opportunity मिले. Again, इसके तीन aspects हैं. First is civic equality, that is enshrined under right to equality from 14 to 18, like article 17. Article 17 जो है, it abolishes untouchability. Okay, so article 17 by abolishing untouchability gives equality of status. Similarly, article 16 gives equality of opportunity in public employment. Next is economic equality, that is under article 39, which talks about equitable distribution of wealth, okay, and preventing concentration of wealth. And political equality under article 325 and 326, where article 326 provides for universal adult suffrage. Okay, so that is again, everybody has the right to vote. Okay, right to vote. And this right, there should be no discrimination on the basis of sex, place of birth, or any other factor in right to vote. Okay, next is it talks about fraternity, that is a sense of brotherhood. Again, constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by a single citizenship, and also while promoting this, it talks about that there should be dignity, right? This fraternity should assure that there should be the dignity of individual is protected, as well as unity and integrity of nation is assured. Okay, next is what is the significance of preamble. So it contains the basic philosophy and the fundamental values on which our constitution is based, right? Some experts like K. Munshi, member of drafting committee, has called it the horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. That means it is, at that time it told us about what will be the future of our country, our state. Okay, it is the soul of our constitution. This is remarked by M. Hidayatullah, former Chief Justice of India. It is the soul of our constitution which lays down the pattern of our political society. And overall, you can say that it contains the grand and noble vision of the Constituent Assembly. जो Constituent Assembly में सब थे, उनका क्या vision था इंडिया को लेके, preamble reflects that vision. Preamble reflects the dreams and aspiration of the founding fathers of our constitution. Now, these are some key points, very, very, very important that you should remember. इसके basis पे question बनते हैं prelims में. So सबसे पहला, preamble is a part of the constitution. Okay, preamble constitution का part है. This was held in Keshwanand Bharati case. Okay, Keshwanand Bharati case में ये held, Supreme Court ruled this, that preamble is part of constitution. Again, preamble is neither source of power to the legislature nor a prohibition upon the powers of legislature. Please remember this. Okay, and also it is not non-justiciable, that is, its provision is not enforceable in court of law. Although Supreme Court or other courts can take help of preamble in interpreting the laws and interpreting the constitution. It can be used to help in interpreting the constitution, already told you. And preamble can be amended. Okay, please remember this, preamble being a part of constitution can be amended, but subject to the constitution, subject to the condition that that amendment should not undermine the basic feature of our constitution. Okay, and lastly, preamble has been amended only once, when 1976 by 42nd amendment, constitutional amendment, and 3 new words were inserted: socialist, secular, and integrity. Please remember this. Okay, for 1976 42nd amendment, 3 words: socialist, secular, and integrity to the preamble. Okay, so this is it about this session, right? And we have quickly covered all the key points जिस पे question बन सकते थे. And if you found this session fruitful, please like and subscribe so that we will continue this series and we will give you more and more such sessions. Thank you very much.